Imagine for a moment two people, Ana and Carlos. They both grew up in the same middle-class neighborhood, attended the same schools, and graduated from university in the same year. 10 years later, their lives are completely distinct. Ana lives in a beautiful house, runs her own thriving business, and travels the world. Carlos, on the other hand, is still struggling to make ends meet, lives in a small rented apartment, and feels stuck in an endless cycle of debt. What made the difference in their destinies? The answer is clear: their mindset. Before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos. Leave a like and share with friends so more people can benefit. Now let's go. According to a recent study from Harvard University, 85% of our financial success is due to our mindset and interpersonal skills, while only 15% is related to our technical knowledge. This means that our way of thinking has a greater impact on our wealth than any university degree or specific skill. In this video, we will delve into the 15 key differences between a rich mindset and a poor mindset. But that's not all. We will also provide you with practical and powerful tools to transform your mindset. Are you ready? Let's get started. Attitude towards learning and personal development is one of the main distinctions. For many people with a poor mindset, learning ends with formal education. Carlos, our earlier example, believes he has fulfilled his obligation at university and now just wants to do his job and get paid. He sees additional learning as a burden, something that takes time away from leisure or rest. According to a study by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 33% of low-income adults do not read a single book throughout the year. This resistance to continuous learning severely limits their opportunities for progress and financial improvement. In contrast, people with a rich mindset view learning as an investment in themselves. Ana, for example, dedicates an hour a day to reading books on business, finance, or personal development. She regularly attends seminars and online courses to stay updated. In his field, Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors on the planet, attributes a significant part of his success to his reading habit. It is known that he dedicates 80% of his day to reading and reflecting. As he himself stated, knowledge accumulates like compound interest. Practical action. Start your own wealth study plan. Select a book on finance or personal development and commit to reading 20 pages daily. In just 14 days, you will have completed an entire book. Additionally, subscribe to financial podcasts and listen to them during your commute. This new knowledge is essential for your future financial success. Perception of money and scarcity mindset. People with a scarcity mindset see money merely as a means of survival. They consider money something rare and difficult to earn. Carlos, for example, views his salary as something to be immediately spent on necessities and occasional luxuries. His motto is, "Money goes as fast as it comes." This mindset is reflected in alarming statistics. According to the Federal Reserve, 40% of Americans would struggle to cover a $400 emergency without going into debt. This shows a lack of planning and a short-term view of money. Abundance mindset. The wealthy, in contrast, see money as a tool to create more value and opportunities. Ana doesn't just think about spending her money, but how she can make it work for her. She understands that money can generate more money through smart investments. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, expresses this by saying, "The poor and middle class work for money, while the rich make money work for them." Practical action. Transform your perspective on money. Instead of seeing your next paycheck only as a means to pay bills, ask yourself, how can I use a part of this amount to generate more in the future? Start by setting aside even a small percentage of 5 to 10% of your earnings for investments or to start a side business. Remember, it's not about how much you have, but how you use it. Attitude towards risk and uncertainty. People with a scarcity mindset often fear risk and uncertainty. Carlos, for instance, prefers to stay in his current job, even if he doesn't like it, because it gives him a sense of security. The idea of starting a business or making a significant investment feels daunting to him. This aversion to risk is supported by data. A study from the University of California found that low-income individuals are 47% less likely to take financial risks than those with higher incomes. Rich mindset. The wealthy, in turn, see risk as an essential element for growth and achievement. Anna recognizes that every investment carries a risk, but also an opportunity. She doesn't fear failure. Instead, she views it as a valuable lesson. Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, stated, "The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a rapidly changing world, the only strategy that guarantees failure is avoiding risks." Practical action. Start to get used to calculated risk. Identify a small investment or side project that interests you. Research it thoroughly, evaluate possible outcomes, both positive and negative, and move forward. Remember, it's not about being reckless, but about being open to stepping out of your comfort zone in search of greater benefits. Focus on solutions versus problems. Those with a scarcity mindset often fixate on problems and barriers. Carlos, when facing a financial challenge, frequently complains and seeks justifications, saying the economy is bad or that he never has luck. These statements reflect a limiting mindset. A study from the University of St. Thomas revealed that individuals who focus on problems have a 31% lower chance of achieving their financial goals. Rich mindset. In contrast, the wealthy focus on solutions. When Anna encounters an obstacle, her first question is, "How can I solve this?" She sees challenges as opportunities to innovate and progress. Elon Musk, known for facing seemingly insurmountable difficulties, said, "I believe it is feasible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary." His focus on solutions has led him to transform multiple industries. Practical action. Next time you face a financial problem, instead of lamenting, take a piece of paper and write down 5 possible solutions. It doesn't matter if they seem absurd at first. This exercise will train your mind to seek opportunities rather than barriers. Remember, every problem has a solution. Your mission is to discover it. Savings and investment habits. People with a scarcity mindset often live paycheck to paycheck, spending everything they earn. Carlos, for example, believes saving is unfeasible because he barely covers his expenses. When he receives a raise or extra money, he immediately spends it on luxuries or entertainment. This mindset is reflected in alarming statistics. According to a Go Banking Rates report, 69% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. This makes them susceptible to unforeseen events and unable to seize investment opportunities. Wealth mindset. The rich prioritize saving and investing. Anna, for example, lives below her means and automatically allocates 20% of her income to savings and investments before spending on anything else. Warren Buffett summarizes this mindset. Don't save what's left after spending, spend what's left after saving. Practical action. Start with the 1% challenge. This week, save 1% of your income. Next week, raise it to 2%. Keep increasing until you reach a comfortable savings level, ideally 20% or more. Use automatic transfer settings from your checking account to a savings account on payday. Remember, the habit of saving is more important than the initial amount. As Buffett once said, the best investment you can make is in yourself. Attitude towards time. Scarcity mindset. Those with a scarcity mindset often see time as something to be consumed or killed. Carlos, for example, spends hours each day watching TV or aimlessly scrolling through social media. He views free time as an opportunity for unproductive leisure. A Nielsen study revealed that the average American watches over 4 hours of TV a day, which adds up to over 2 months a year wasted in front of a screen. Wealth mindset. The rich, on the other hand, see time as their most precious asset. Anna meticulously plans her day, ensuring that every hour contributes to her long-term goals. Even her leisure time is structured to be productive, whether reading, learning a new skill, or networking. As Jim Rohn, entrepreneur and motivational author, said, "Time is more valuable than money. You can make more money, but you can't make more time." Practical action. Conduct a time audit for 1 week. Record how you spend every hour of your day. At the end of the week, analyze how much time you dedicated to activities that bring you closer to your financial goals and how much time was wasted. Identify at least 2 hours a day that you can redirect to productive activities such as learning, financial planning, or skill development. Remember, time is your most precious resource. Invest it wisely. Scarcity mindset in networking and relationships. People with a scarcity mindset tend to limit themselves to their closest circle. Carlos, for instance, mainly socializes with his co-workers and childhood friends. He sees networking as superficial or intimidating. This limitation in connections can have a significant impact. According to a LinkedIn survey, 85% of job openings are secured through networking. By restricting their network, individuals with a limited mindset isolate themselves from various opportunities. In contrast, the wealthy understand the power of connections. Anna, for example, tirelessly seeks to expand her network by attending industry events, joining professional groups, and seeking mentors. She views each new connection as a potential opportunity or source of learning. As Porter Gale, author and entrepreneur, said, "Your network is your net worth." Practical action. Challenge yourself to expand your network. Aim to meet one new person relevant to your financial goals each week. This can be done through LinkedIn, local events, or even asking for introductions from your current contacts. Remember, each new connection is a potential door to new opportunities. Attitude towards financial education. Many people with a limited mindset believe financial education is boring or overly complicated. Carlos, for example, avoids reading about investments or financial planning because he thinks it's not for him. He is content with the basic financial knowledge he acquired in school. This lack of interest in financial education has consequences. According to a FINRA study, only 34% of Americans can correctly answer 4 out of 5 basic personal finance questions. On the other hand, the wealthy view financial education as an essential investment. Anna regularly dedicates time to learn about different investment strategies, tax planning, and economic trends. She understands that the more she knows about money, the better she can make it work for her. Benjamin Franklin sums it up perfectly. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Practical action. Start your financial education journey today. Choose a financial concept you've always wanted to understand, such as compound interest, index funds, or diversification, and spend 30 minutes researching it. Use free online resources, YouTube videos, or podcasts. Make this a weekly habit. Remember, each new concept you grasp gives you more control over your financial future. Perspective on work and income. Individuals with a limited mindset often see work as an unpleasant obligation and their salary as their only source of income. Carlos, for example, counts the days until the weekend and considers his job merely a way to pay the bills. This mindset limits opportunities for financial growth. According to a Bankrate study, this restricted view can prevent people from recognizing new income possibilities and professional development. Only 27% of Americans have an additional source of income outside of their main job. With a wealthy mindset, the affluent see work as an opportunity to generate value and continuously seek ways to diversify their revenue streams. Anna, for example, not only strives to excel in her main job, but has also developed multiple passive income sources through investments in side ventures. Tony Robbins, renowned life and finance coach, states that the key to prosperity is not having a single source of income, but many. Practical action. Identify a skill you have that you can monetize outside of your main job. It could be something as simple as teaching a language online, creating digital content, or offering consulting services in your area of expertise. Dedicate 5 hours a week to developing this additional income source. Remember, each new revenue stream brings you closer to financial freedom. Attitude toward debt. Scarcity mindset. Many people with this mindset view debt as a tool to obtain what they want immediately, without considering the long-term consequences. Carlos, for instance, frequently uses his credit card for impulsive purchases and considers accumulating debt to be normal. This mindset is alarmingly common. According to the Federal Reserve, the average American household debt exceeds $5,000, including mortgages, student loans, and credit cards. Wealth mindset. The affluent, on the other hand, understand the distinction between good debt, which generates income or appreciates in value, and bad debt, which depreciates in value. Anna, for instance, avoids consumer debt and only uses borrowing for investments that can provide returns greater than the cost of the debt. Dave Ramsey, a personal finance expert, puts it this way: debt is a tool like a scalpel. In the hands of a surgeon, it can save a life. In the hands of a murderer, it can take one. Practical action. Take an inventory of all your debts and classify them into good, like a mortgage on an investment property or a loan for a profitable business, and bad, like credit cards and consumer loans. Create a plan to eliminate all bad debt as quickly as possible, starting with the one that has the highest interest rate. At the same time, educate yourself on how to use debt wisely for future investments. Abundance mindset versus scarcity mindset. People with a scarcity mindset. Commonly, people operate from a scarcity mindset. Carlos, for example, believes that for him to succeed, someone else must fail. He sees opportunities as limited and fears that others will take away the little he has. This scarcity mentality can be paralyzing. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology revealed that individuals with this mindset are 35% less likely to take calculated risks that could enhance their financial situation. In contrast, the wealthy operate with an abundance mindset. Anna believes that there are opportunities for everyone and that someone else's success does not diminish her own possibilities. This mindset motivates her to collaborate more, share knowledge, and seek win-win situations. Stephen Covey, author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, stated that the abundance mindset arises from a deep internal sense of self-worth and personal security, understanding that there is enough for everyone. An effective practice is to cultivate gratitude daily. Every morning, write down 3 things you are grateful for in your financial life, no matter how small. This will help you recognize the abundance that already exists. Additionally, when you encounter an opportunity, ask yourself how you can make it beneficial not only for yourself but also for others. This abundance perspective will open new doors and collaborations. The attitude towards failure is another significant difference. Those with a scarcity mindset view failure as definitive and shameful. Carlos, for example, avoids taking risks or trying new things out of fear of failure. If something doesn't go as planned, he sees it as confirmation of his inadequacy. This fear of failure is a significant obstacle to financial growth. According to a study from the University of Michigan, this is the main reason why 33% of people do not start a venture. The wealthy, on the other hand, see failure as a chance for learning and growth. Anna understands that each failure brings her closer to success, as long as she learns from the experience. She doesn't fear trying new things, knowing that each attempt, whether successful or not, makes her wiser and more capable. Thomas Edison, one of the most prolific inventors in history, said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." A practical action is to adopt the failure rule. Commit to failing at least once a month in something related to your finances. It could be asking for a raise, proposing a business idea, or making a small investment. After each failure, write down 3 lessons you learned. Every failure brings you closer to success if you extract the right lessons. Consumption habits. Scarcity mindset. People with a scarcity mindset tend to be impulsive buyers. Carlos, for example, purchases items to feel good in the short term, without considering the long-term impact on his finances. He often falls into the trap of buying things he doesn't need with money he doesn't have, in order to appear and not feel inferior to others. This behavior is alarmingly common. According to a study by Leak Deals, the average American spends $5,400 annually on impulse purchases. Abundance mindset. The wealthy, in contrast, are strategic consumers. Anna carefully evaluates each significant purchase, considering its long-term value and how it aligns with her financial goals. She is not swayed by trends or status, but invests in things she truly values or that can increase her wealth. Warren Buffett, known for his frugality despite his immense fortune, said, "If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need." Practical action. Implement the 24-hour rule for all non-essential purchases. Before making a purchase, wait 24 hours. If after that period you still believe it is a valuable acquisition, go ahead. This simple delay can significantly reduce impulse buying. Additionally, before each purchase, ask yourself, how does this contribute to my long-term financial goals? Perception of time in relation to money. Those with a scarcity mindset often have a short-term view of money. Carlos, for example, focuses on immediate gratification and rarely considers how his financial decisions today will affect his future in 5, 10, or 20 years. This short-term mentality can have devastating consequences. A study from the University of Oregon found that people who focus primarily on the short term are 43% less likely to have retirement savings. Abundance mindset. The wealthy, on the other hand, have a long-term perspective on money. Anna understands the power of compound interest and how small decisions today can have a significant impact in the future. She is willing to sacrifice some impulses for greater security and financial freedom in the future. Albert Einstein reportedly said, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it." Practical action. Perform the 10-year exercise. Take a piece of paper and draw 2 columns. In the first, write down your current financial habits, spending, saving, and investing. In the second, note where you will be financially in 10 years if you maintain those habits. Identify a small change you can make today. Identify a small change you can make today, such as saving an extra 100 Rs a month, and calculate how this would affect your situation in 100 years. This exercise will help you visualize the long-term impact of your current financial decisions. Financial responsibility. Attitudes toward financial responsibility can vary greatly. Many people with a scarcity mindset tend to blame external factors for their financial situation. Carlos, for example, blames the economy, his boss, or bad luck for his financial problems. This mindset makes him feel that he has no control over his financial situation. This lack of personal responsibility is more common than one might think. A study by the National Foundation for Financial Education found that 63% of adults attribute their financial problems to external factors. On the other hand, those with a wealth mindset take full responsibility for their financial situation. Anna understands that while there are external factors that can influence her decisions and actions, she is the most important part of her financial success. This mindset gives her a sense of empowerment and control over her future. The importance of action. Jack Canfield, author of The Success Principles, summarizes this idea by stating, "You are responsible for your life. You can't keep blaming someone else for your situation. It's empowering to have a problem and know that you can solve it." A practical action you can take is a financial responsibility audit. For 1 week, whenever you face a financial challenge or decision, ask yourself, what role did I play in creating this situation, and what can I do to improve it? Keep a journal of these reflections. At the end of the week, review your notes and identify patterns. This exercise will help you shift from a victim mentality to one of financial empowerment. Change and consistency. The most important lesson is that mindset is not fixed. It can be changed and improved with conscious effort and consistent practice. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that requires patience and perseverance. But every small step you take toward a wealth mindset will bring you closer to the financial freedom you desire. Start today. Choose 1 or 2 practical actions and commit to implementing them in your daily life. Over time, you will notice how your perspective on money, success, and your own potential begins to shift. As Henry Ford said, Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. So choose to believe that you can. Choose the wealth mindset. Your financial future depends on it. Are you ready to take the first step toward your financial transformation? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. If this video brought you value, like and share it with someone who could benefit from this message. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more strategies that will help you achieve your financial goals. Thank you, and see you next time.